It's that whole like connect account because it says recommended, but it doesn't say
Oh,
that you
okay.
like have to do anything. So it could
Oh,
be that
oh,
they're
oh. Shit's happening on this screen. You see it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
God. All right. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
My man. Is he joining us? Is he coming in? Is he
Here we
coming
go.
in?
Here we go. Sorry about the delay. We were all set up
Mm-hmm.
elsewhere and YouTube didn't like us, but thanks for hanging out. I will pass it over to Sam.
Hello.
Are we live?
It's been a
We're
while.
Are we
live.
live?
Are we?
Oh,
We're live.
all right.
I think so. I
Woo!
think so. Are we getting
It's
feedback,
been-
Joka?
I'm not seeing the
Yeah,
playback.
yeah.
Huh?
We're good.
I'm not seeing playback.
We're
yet.
good.
Yeah, you might have to
We're
refresh.
we're solid. We're
YouTube
solid.
does
We're
take a.
solid.
Okay.
All right.
It's been
All
a
right.
while since we've streamed. Clearly.
Clearly.
But this time we've got a big group playing. I'm Sam. I do community and marketing stuff,
This is
and I'm here. This is Sam,
This is Sam.
right here. And then we have Dave.
This is me.
Eh.
You're looking through my eyes.
That's. Oh, I guess if I walk forward, they don't see you, so that was mostly just for me. But then we also have Craig, who
Craig is
I'm
here.
doing the same thing. I'm just
Hello.
gonna keep walking up to him. And then we also have Bobby, who is gone fishing.
I'm gonna.
Hello.
I think you're.
Oh,
Where's Is Bobby way over there? I'm gonna mark it over there.
oh yeah,
Hey.
Bobby was fishing.
As a little, if anybody doesn't know, if you hit T and you're playing multiplayer, you can mark locations. So it's. I saw the plane crash over there. And not
Wow.
with us in Gold River, but with us in spirit, which is kind of funny to say. It's Joka.
That is very funny to say.
Hey.
I'm just gonna paste the proper link, Dave, because we're not using the actual YouTube direct that we're
Right.
yeah,
Also,
we're gonna fix that.
our
Or screen size
your stream
yeah,
size
let's see what we
is
can do here.
yeah.
Sorry about that. Resize that. Thank you for noticing that.
Pro streamers.
No problem.
Oh.
What kind of shit show are you running over there, Parks?
Oh, it's top notch. Top notch.
Got a whole team on it?
Yeah, got a whole team on it. It's really angry right now. I'm capturing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So display capture.
It's okay. We'll
Oh, I think I know what to do. I know what to do. Because we're streaming. I probably want to do full screen and not other way around. So
Okay.
let me just. Let's go settings, video, and take it off full screen. Go windowed. I think I want to do windowed. Let's try that.
There we go. Oh, cool. I'm seeing the playback now, so that's good.
How's that? That's better. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start
there we
over. Let's go. Let's go for a walk. Come on, Craigie.
Are you ready? Hey, did you get your stuff?
Yes.
Everyone got their stuff?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna be in the back here. I'm gonna bring up the rear.
All right. We're gonna head up to your lookout.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's
All
start
right.
it all over again, Sam. Sorry about all that.
All right.
All
People are
right.
jumping into chat. Okay.
Yeah.
You didn't miss anything, chat. We're starting over.
Just introduction.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just looked straight up in the sky when I was running. Anyway, I'm Sam. We've got a bigger group playing today. And we have Dave. I'm trying to multitask. Dave,
Hey, how
Craig,
you
and
doing?
Bobby.
Hello.
Hello.
And then we have Joka as the eye in the sky.
The eye in the sky, the one you've talked to everywhere. I'm also here.
Yep.
All right.
Awesome. So, first of all, we want to just say thank you to all the people that have supported us, obviously, along this very long journey to get us to where we are now with early access, and can't be more over the moon with the response and the feedback. And if you stream the game, you probably noticed one of us or all of us jumping in and saying hi and checking out how people are playing the game. So super cool. So yeah, thank you on that and joining us in early access. Our next thing that we want to talk about is sort of the big outlying bugs that people are having. One of those being the save bug that Craig can probably talk a little bit about. And we have what we think is a weather bug that's crashing. So we're getting a save crash and we're getting a weather crash, and we're looking into those two things. It's sort of the top priority, as well as optimization, and we're working on optimization as well, sort of trying to get it running on more and more machines. So you want to talk a little bit about the save bug, Craig?
Yeah. So I'm working with Joke. It's actually been really good because Joke has been going into streams and things, and I'm going to be running some experiments after this stream this afternoon with Joke's files. And what we may do is we may want to reach back out to the people that put their save files, because I might need one other file, the Metis file. My hunch is there's something with the farm plots, actually. I think the farm plots are messing up the save files, so that's my hunch. Okay. Yeah. So I need to. That seems to be the consistent. Like, people have farm plots, and just the long time taking in. Like, I do not get that with my save files, but of course my save files are pretty small too. So I just need to go through. I'm gonna run those through the editor, and then I can debug those and see what's going on. So that's my top priority. This fixing that save file bug. That's my top priority.
Awesome. So that's in the in kind of what we're working on right now. On top of obviously sort of smaller bugs, the next big bug is there's a couple there. There's a glitch that kind of like makes the screen stretch and then back again. We've seen it in different scenarios, whether it's in rain or it's lightning. We did used to get it if you ever played the demo, the early stages of the demo. We used to get that same exact bug when you would cannonball into the water. It was a splash bug. So we kind of have a little reference that we know that it's a graphic issue. And so we're just doing some look into our weather system to see if there's something in there that we can clean up and fix. So we're deep diving in those things as well. And then the fatal error crash, which is usually a run out of VRAM on your GPU crash. We've seen that in our graders as well as so. Trying to just go through and make sure we're optimizing as much as we can right now in the engine that we're in. So trying to clean a lot of that stuff up so we can minimize not only the safe crash, but the GPU crash as well. So that's kind of our top priorities, those top three things: optimization and the two types of crashes. So that's kind of where we're focusing right now. That being said, we do have another patch coming out today, and I think we'll have another one on Friday. And then I think moving into the new week, our plan is to do 2 patches a week, unless we come across something super buggy or something that's really blocking everybody. Then we'll jump on that right away. But we want to focus on the optimization and these crashes, and that will sort of slow us down if we're putting out patches every day for some of the smaller bugs. So we really want to focus on that, because that's really deterring a lot of people from playing, and we want to make sure everyone can get in there and play.
Yeah, I think we can commit to like at least 1 patch a week. I'd be comfortable with, just because we're doing so much work. So
yeah, we want to focus in on that. So that being said, we do have a patch probably coming out later this afternoon, our time. We're on the West Coast. of North America. We're in Vancouver, Canada. Half the team is. We've obviously got Sam is in Seattle, so she's 3 hours south of us.
Yeah.
And then we got Joka, who's in Norway.
Seahawks.
And Bobby,
Yeah.
sorry, Bobby is also in Canada, but he's in Montreal, so he's on the East Coast. So he's in the future.
Hey,
He's 3
hey.
hours ahead, and then Joka's really in the future in Norway. So we do have a patch. Bobby, you want to talk a little bit about some quality of life changes? I know we pushed out one yesterday regarding the farming and how that's changed now that you have to find soil.
And the auto sort.
And the auto sort. So maybe talk about sort of the last patch and then go on about what people could expect in the next patch coming out later today. And then we can maybe do some questions and answers from people.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, in the last patch, we did a lot of optimization. We fixed a couple of holes that were present in some of the walls.
Yeah, that was fun.
But there was also some quality of life adjustments. One of the biggest ones is the sort button. So now the sort button not only works better, but also is way more optimized. So it doesn't slow down your machine as you're using it, which will hopefully be very, very helpful.
I'm kind of demoing it as you talk about it here. So you have stuff everywhere, and it's all over the place. Here we'll just rotate using R. You can rotate some of this stuff here, and I'll hit the sort, boop, and it cleans it up nice and tight. And that does it for all spots, correct, Bobby? That's the body, the shorts, and my backpack, and if I had a jacket and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it does it for each of the inventories. And the reason why I wanted to make it that way is that a lot of people, like myself, have different inventories designated for different types of gear. Like everyone puts their keys in like a protected case or puts their food in a certain slot and kind of tracks things and organizes things that way. And we didn't want to make a system where it broke that organization every time you hit sort. So what it'll do is it'll take everything that's in that container in your inventory and organize it. So items that are the same, that are able to stack, will stack. Items get moved around and rotated to fill up as much space as possible, which is really nice.
Nice.
And then the farming changes. So a couple of changes were made to farming and consumables as well. We just noticed that there were quite a lot of complaints about how quickly people amassed a ton of food and how easy it was to just grow or catch a ton of food and be sort of set for a few weeks.
Yeah.
So we did a little bit of balancing there. It's nothing that's going to be too punishing. It's already in, but essentially we just made it a little bit more, a little bit tighter. Things still give you hunger. They still replenish you, but 5 minutes of fishing will no longer give you like 5 days of food, and then the same goes for cooking. Some of the most notable changes are when you cook one of the meals, like a stew or a soup, it only makes 1 instead of making 4. That was an issue that we had.
Yeah.
That is fixed. And then also when you're drinking, it was hydrating you 4 times. So we thought that we had balanced the water bottles and the tea according to our system. But in fact, you were getting 4 times whatever we set it to. So we tracked that down and fixed that as well, which hopefully will be really helpful. As for upcoming changes, there's a couple that are going in into the next patch that once we test and make sure they're all bulletproof. One of the most requested ones is the crafted hatchet will be coming back. So people don't have to worry about finding one. They'll be able to make one and use it around their camp. And the other one is something that's been causing a lot of bugs with people losing items. We have sort of patched a loophole where you were able to kind of stack bags inside bags and access them, which was causing a ton of issues with losing items on load, but also just allowing people to hoard an insane amount of things. So fortunately / unfortunately, we now have it so you can put a backpack in a backpack. It just can't have any items in it, and when it's in your backpack, you can't add to it. And the same goes for any pouches or any other gear items that have inventory, with the exception of the flashlight that has batteries, or the fishing rod, or a magazine for a gun can have bullets. The gun can have a magazine in it, but we won't have the nesting backpack meta anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, as much as that's kind of a letdown, I think it's That way we can really manage your loot so you don't lose it. So you start collecting stuff inside a bag, and you go in. What we've noticed with people shredding like pants that has some loot in it, or if it's the backpacks that are stuff inside of backpack and stuff inside of backpack, and unable to save that information, and then when they come back to it, it's not there, or it's missing certain items. So this will help.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of,
and it also kind of part of our game design when we were, you know, planning out the different sort of upgrades you get to your clothing and stuff is the choice, right? Is you get this new backpack and you have to choose, you know, what you're going to put in it and organize stuff and leaving stuff at camp. And I think it leans more into what we're focusing on with a lot of our gameplay decisions as well, is how to make camp as, you know, valuable as possible and allow you to kind of customize it and set things up. And now you'll just have more loot at your campsite. And when you set out in the morning to go adventure and explore, you kind of pick and choose what stuff you're going to bring instead of bringing your entire inventory. Which also leads to another patch that went in, which is the flag markers, which I've seen people use already, which is very, very exciting. We had a valid concern that because you only put one campsite down, how are you going to navigate around the world? And so we put in some flag markers that are craftable on the player, and they let you just drop a pin basically at any POI. So if you find Jack's cabin, but you haven't found the key yet, you can drop a little pin there and know where you need to get to without having to navigate from your fire. So hopefully that'll help players get around a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think that'll be great. I've seen a lot of people just sort of getting, I got a map, getting lost and not remembering where a certain location was. So I think that's going to be super helpful, and I think we can only expand on that. I think right now, I think if you are doing multiplayer, along with the torches, I think it's the host can place them, and we're working on a bug on that where we want obviously everyone to be able to place them. So that should be coming down the road.
I'm just seeing a question in chat that's a very valid concern. So when does this come into effect? Can we clear our bags before they delete? So nothing is going to delete. What you'll have to do if you have a bag in your inventory that has stuff in it is you can just drop it on the ground and take all the items out and then put it back in your inventory or store it however you like. And if you try to equip one that has stuff in it, it'll just drop it on the ground. It won't let you bring it in. Same with if you have a pair of shorts on and you have a bunch of stuff in your shorts and you go to unequip the shorts, those shorts will just get dropped on the ground if they have stuff in them. But if they don't have anything in them, then they'll get packed just like anything else would. So you don't have to worry. It's not going to nuke any of your stuff that's in there right now.
That's a good point moving forward on that.
Yeah.
So I'm
Now
just
to
up here
see-
at the campfire, and all you guys just kind of fricked off, but that's cool.
Oh, I went
Yeah.
to go find cloth because it's
Yeah.
getting dark, so I can make a torch. So
I
was-
was just going to go.
I was like, uh-oh, it's getting really
get
dark.
the-
Oh,
Hey,
I thought you
cloth.
guys didn't like me, and you just like, see you later, loser. So I was
That's
like,
why I did it. I set up at my little fishing spot, and then three people came flying out of the woodwork, and I was like, I'm out. I need some chill time.
here's the
All right, that's fair.
on my stream. I'm showing the
Greg showed up with no pants and then expected everyone to stay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
is that wrong?
Found the soil that's needed. So I think it's you.
Oh,
learn on
cool.
You
Tell-
learn on the soil, right? You learn.
Actually, can you guys tell me about the soil? Because I
Yeah.
kind of missed that meeting.
We found that making farm plots was really, really easy because I think it was just wood, right, Bobby? Was it just wood?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
just wood. It was very, very easy.
Very easy, and it wasn't that it was a matter of the ease of it. Is just how many and sort of collecting that data. And we found that why don't we add soil to it? So soil will be found in loot boxes as well as loosely around farm areas. So the 4-H club kind of farm at the kids camp. There is another area. Oh, the train yard is another great place to find soil. So if you know where the train yard is by quarry, back behind the quarry there's shelves in there, there's stuff there, and then randomly in loot boxes as well, it'll be found. And then I think there's also a change in what you yield when you're growing things, right, Bobby?
Yes, so that was another thing that we did to kind of balance out the consumables, making the farm plots a little bit more valuable. Again, adding more value to the campsite, but also adjusting how much you would get per yield. So you still get 2 or 3 vegetables every time you harvest. But before it was like 5 or 6. And so again, we did some testing and realized that you could just passively make 5 or 6 of each vegetable, which made 4 bowls of stew each. So you could have, 20 to 30 bowls of stew very, very, very quickly. And that would last you like, a month of game days. So we
Which is
kind of dialed it
ridiculous.
back a little bit. Also coming soon will probably be a little bit of the pruning of the berry bushes. I don't know to what extent, but we've also noticed that we may have gone a little heavy-handed with that.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a peek at that.
Yeah, that'll be good. And then one thing I haven't noticed anyone seeing, or we need to probably shed a little bit more light on it, is in summer we have the berry bushes, which are great. But when you move into fall, there isn't berry bushes, but what there is in their place are mushrooms. And you will find those in different POIs around certain buildings. So just look at the ground. They're little white mushrooms. They're pretty obvious. And I think they give you the same nutrients, if I'm not wrong, as the berries. So they're not a lot, but you can collect quite a few. And when you're in a pinch, you can eat those, which is a nice little salvation when you're in trouble. Anything else that we want to chat about, or questions or answers?
Just little, just people are just asking about kayaks and an FOV slider. I feel like we've had an FOV slider before. Someone else was asking about that.
Yeah, it's one of those things. FOV is great, but it is tricky in the sense that when you open up the FOV, and I think we're in a 90, which is a standard. But when you get into 100, I think that's okay. Anything above that, what you're asking the GPU to do and the software is to now draw even more stuff. So it's a little counterintuitive as towards optimization for us. If we have that open up to a wider range, it can really kill frame rate. So we got to get our sort of optimization a little stronger, so people don't play with that and then it goes right away and crashes the engine or really drops the frames right down. So we got to be careful with stuff like that. But we definitely want to do that. I know that's something that's sort of standard in all games right now, and I think being in early access and optimization is our key, is to get that really, really, really tight, and then we can kind of start adding things like that, which allow people to do. To push the engine a little bit more and get more out of it.
Yeah, and speaking of frames, Dave, just quickly, you may want to stop streaming in Slack too, because I think it might be gobbling up some.
Jeepers!
Slack keeps,
I forgot
Slack
I was.
keeps,
I forgot I was.
Slack keeps.
Thank you for that. Oh, that's way better.
Yep, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
So if there's no other questions at this moment, we can kind of talk about moving forward. Down the horizon, we have the first leg of our roadmap, which is the Angler Pack, right? And you want to talk a bit about that, Craig? What were sort of hopes and dreams? Not
Bobby and I,
keep it high level, not get in the weeds.
High level. So basically, what we wanted to do is have a theme around sort of the major updates, aside from, optimization and bug fixes. And so the Mariner pack it's funny. It's the stuff that was really close. Like, we were really trying to get into early access, but we just it's almost there, and we just need a little more time to test. But that's going to be around. It's almost like our water update, right? So we're gonna have like fish traps, the kayaks. Fingers crossed. I'm excited about the kayaks. And we're gonna try. Is that the one? I don't want to speak out of turn. Are we trying to get the outboard?
Here, I'll read the roadmap for you.
Can you
We
read the
have
roadmap for me?
kayaking. We have yeah.
Thank you.
No insight. Yeah. So we have the kayaking. We have the outboard boat. We have
that's a maybe. I think so, but maybe. I'm pretty confident about the kayaks.
Kayaking and outboard boat are on the roadmap. Diving gear, fishing items, cooking recipes, summer clothing, and POIs. So the overall kind of vision is to have a correlated sort of theme for each update. So there will still be changes in bug fixing on other things, and there will still be updates to gameplay on other things as well in between. But we did kind of want to group these in sort of larger themes because it's a lot easier for us to kind of dump a ton of cool content that integrates really well with each other, but also we found that a lot of people, aren't necessarily following every single patch note we release, which is totally fair. So if you just know, oh, there's an update coming to the, fishing system, or the aquatic system, then it'll kind of, encompass all of those things. I'm very excited about that update as I'm fishing right now.
I'm excited about the kayaking.
Yeah.
It was close.
I'm excited for the cabin building.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Oh,
cool.
now when is
Whoa.
that? When is that? When's cabin
So
building?
that is coming in
How much
the
time do I
third
got?
update, the Survivor update.
Yeah,
fall
it's like
2026.
That's
yeah,
That's a
it's
feature,
pretty
Craig.
far.
That's a feature Craig and Bobby problem.
Yeah.
So if you want to check out the roadmap, it is on our store page on Steam, and it has a list for each sort of pack. There will be a lot more recipes and items and things added, but the big kind of key points are listed there. So we're pretty excited.
we,
There's a lot.
On the dev side, remember we were messing around with the cabin building, and we were making good progress on that. I was pretty. It was looking good. It was looking good. So yeah, by August it's going to be. I'm excited. But yeah,
that'll be great.
Mariner first. Mariner
Yeah.
first.
Okay, we can tee off on a couple other things here that I wanted to just touch base on. And before we wrap this up, and after I finish this, if there's any other questions, please feel free. Joka can collect them all and let us know. One is for a small team, reviews are everything when it comes to Steam. So if
yes.
you have
Thank you, Dave.
purchased the early access, first of all, thank you so much. It means the world to us. As most of you know or don't know, we are a 6-person team. We're tiny. So reviews are everything. So if you can leave an honest review on Steam, it helps tremendously. So thank you so much for that. And the other thing I want to talk about is on Friday, we are going to do a scavenger hunt. So we're going to set up a new channel in Discord, and we are going to have some images, some locations. And now you can do this in the demo, and you can do this in early access. You don't have to have early access. You either have to have the demo or early access. And we're going to share some images, and we want you to find these locations, take pictures. You can use Steam, which is great, which is if you hit F12, it goes right into your Steam. And take exact same location, same sort of setup of that area that we're going to show you. And the first person to bring that in, I think we're going to do the first few or first 3 or something like that.
Let's do the first 3.
So the first 3 people to show up with the exact same images that we're sharing for the scavenger hunt, we're going to give Steam keys to. So check that out. That's going to be happening tomorrow. Joka will have all the details along with Sam. And like I said, I think the best way to do it is we'll start a new channel in Discord. So that's where you'll depositing your images and yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, and that way, if you have the demo and you get the key, then that's the way to get a copy of the game. And if you already have a copy of the game, then give the key to a friend.
Yeah, play with friends.
And then you can go camping with your buddy.
100%. So yeah, super excited about
Or
that.
you can not tell your buddy about the wolves and lead them through the trail and let the wolves have at them.
Even better. Even better.
April Fools.
April Fools, let's try this trail. What could go wrong?
Anything else? If any questions on that, we can wrap it up because we got lots of bugs to squish and get back at it.
Everyone hates the wolves.
I have a couple things that I just want to quickly say.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any questions yet, or until we get some questions. There are 2 groups of people that I definitely want to thank for supporting us as much as they have been, and that's people that are being super active in the Discord, helping people figure stuff out, helping people solve bugs.
Yes.
I know that we've been in there as much as we can and been in streams, but it's so cool seeing people, tag a post or comment on something or reply to someone and lead them to the right thing, or even invite them to come play together. That's been super cool to see. And also all of the amazing people that have been streaming the game. I've been trying to being streamed basically 24/7. And it's just so awesome to watch people share their love for the game, explain how the game works. They've been so patient with bugs that they've come across, and just helping sort of build and foster the community. So we really, really appreciate that. So
Yeah.
thank you to everyone who's been dedicating their time to do those things.
100%. That's been absolutely amazing, and I just want to thank Joka and Sam for just having such a great community. Like everyone in there is super respectful. Everyone's helping each other out, and it's a real nice place to visit. We're super busy on the fixing bugs, but when we stick our heads in there, it's always really nice to be a part of that community. So yeah, thank you to everyone.
Got good people.
Yeah.
Someone asked, speaking of wolves, are there plans to extend their respawn timer on animals? I had a wolf spawn in less than 60 seconds after killing it. The wolf even still had arrows in its head.
Yeah, I think they're a little buggy. Like
You're a little quiet,
That's a
Craig.
bug at the
Craig,
moment.
you're a little quiet.
they don't seem to be dying.
Yeah,
They're dying. They're just reanimating.
They're reanimating.
We're gonna have to look at the zombie wolves.
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah,
someone in chat called them the Thanos wolves.
yeah.
So
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
It is on the list. That is fairly high on the list.
Yeah, yeah. We actually so just to what we did have in the demo, and we changed it for early access, but because we're trying to find. It's all about balance, right? When we get more and more people, we're learning more. And one of the things that we had was the animal spawn locations would spawn sort of randomly when you entered the area. So it just depended, and we found that we kind of had it pretty good in the demo, and we went a little wider on the early access, and some people in a course of, I don't know, 3 or 4 in-game days never saw any animals. So we're like, okay, it's gone too far to the right. So now we're all the way over not all the way over to the left, but we're over more closer to the left, and we're finding too many spawns. So we're just trying to find that sweet spot. Obviously, the reanimating wolves is something else that we've got to touch on. I should get a torch here because it's very dark. So
I
the
have
thing
an
that helps
extra
us
in
is
case
the
someone needs it.
thanks. The thing that we love is, yeah, please keep letting us know, because we're testing, we're watching streams, but everybody that's playing the game, when you come across those things, that's really helpful. So thank you so much for letting us know about the wolves and all the other sort of bugs throughout the game, because it helps us a lot to sort of determine what's going on and find that balance, whether it's with loot or with the AI. Upcoming stuff for the AI and weather, and some people finding it too rainy. A lot of this stuff, so as you probably know, the game itself has a lot of randomization in it when it comes to the loot, location of substations, location of keys, and things like that. The weather is just one of those as well. Each area is set, so summer will always move through summer looks, meaning sort of like, I think the darkest it gets is an overcast, but mostly it's partly sunny days, really, really nice. Fall does have thunderstorms, which is very minimal. You get the initial
The
thunderstorm.
probability is pretty low. Outside the first one, the probability is pretty low.
It is. There's mostly fog and light rain, and some overcast that's predominant, and then the regular rain and thunderstorms is pretty low. But they do have a chance. It's random, right? So they do have a chance to happen. That being
you
said,
don't get a lot of sun.
You
You don't get a lot of sun in the fall up here, so it's pretty realistic.
I was gonna say, can I point out how funny it is saying it's too rainy for a game that takes place in the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
That's
Sorry,
just
Dave. I
realistic.
interrupted.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
it's all good. But yeah, we're also I've played games. I mean, we all have. I mean, we've played games like Daisy and stuff like that, where you can find yourself in situations where it's just nonstop rain, and it does get a bit miserable. So it is, once again, please keep voicing up, because it is a balance thing for us. So we're taking everything into account, and sort of making sure that we don't want to soften the game too much or make it too easy, but we also don't want to make it too hard and just like where it's just not fun. At the end of the day, it's a game and it should be fun, and that's always been our goal, is fun. And really enjoy watching people discover new areas and learn a little more about the lore. So yeah, just keep being in the Discord and please letting us know what you love and you don't love and what's
more of a
broken.
camping, right? More of a camping adventure game than a hardcore survival game. We didn't want to
Yes.
make this a hardcore survival game, right? It's yeah, it's just like where you, yeah, so it's camping adventure game, but always working on the balance.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Yep.
If there's anything else question-wise, we can take that. If not, we'll wrap it up and get back to work.
I think
Any more
the
questions?
only minor thing perhaps was someone was asking if we're planning on increasing the team size, and I don't know if you want to touch on that, Craig, or if you want to talk about maybe what you're doing for the optimization side, like temporarily.
Oh, that
or
team size. I was thinking how many players in the game.
Oh
Yeah, so-
no, the actual team size.
So we are self-funded, and so it's really budget dependent. But we do want to reinvest here, and I'm talking to a couple of teams that can they help out on a short term with the optimization. So
Yeah, that's our biggest
that-
goal right
that's-
now. Optimization.
that's progress. So I'd like to, we'd love to get a couple of extra hands. So we are doing that behind the scenes, and because we have some short-term goals here, like short-term meaning weeks, and then we have some long-term goals here, and so yes, we're looking at doing that.
Yeah.
So it's just we just have to be careful. You have to find the right folks and just watch the budget. But
Yeah, I think we definitely, Craig touched on it, is the reinvestment. We really want to take what we can here and reinvest into the game and polish the things that need the polish and get as many people playing the game as possible, and that's going to be optimization and getting it on more machines, and then getting ourselves to 1.0.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do also see someone asking if there is a bug linked to the random location respawn. Seems to always spawn myself and my partner back at camp at the moment.
Back at camp,
Well, that's
meaning
very lucky. It's
yeah,
very
which
lucky.
back at their camp or a camp,
Uh,
like
e-
Eagle Ridge or
It just says back at camp when they do random location respawn, so I'm guessing their camp.
oh,
Also, I
interesting.
think
Interesting.
Mm.
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah, 'cause-
Delicious, I think, is one of the streams I was in recently.
Yeah, so if you do lay down a sleeping bag, that is your respawn point. So if you do perish, you'll get an option of random respawn or spawn at camp. And when you do the spawn at camp, that will be the sleeping bag that you put down, and that will be where you'll be sent to. The random is very random. It's all over the place in summer.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. So yeah, a little bit more information if it's at your camp, because that's just super lucky.
Okay, yeah, it looks like it is their camp. Back to wherever
If
we
you-
put down a sleeping bag.
Yes.
If you are able to, if you're able to record it, or if you have a clip of it happening, that would really help as well.
Great
just so we
idea.
can see
Yeah.
how you died or what happened. If it's from a load, maybe. But yeah, random spawn should be. I mean, it's very lucky that you're able to do that. But yeah, random spawn should just be random.
Yeah, I think
That's very interesting.
You
Yeah.
touched on a great thing there for people that are finding bugs that might be like really odd bugs. I mean, they all are kind of really odd, but if you're
Yeah.
able to get us a little video capture, that is super helpful, and drop that in Discord. Because a lot of stuff we see in live streams, and we're like, oh, we never saw that before, and it's great because we see it happen, and we actually get to see, as Craig likes to say, we're being good scientists. We actually can see exactly what happened before that bug. So say if it's a hand bug, we're like, oh, they had a hatchet in their hand, they put the hatchet down, they did this, they did that, and then the bug happened, and we can then try to recreate that back here and go, oh,
Yeah.
now we can actually run the code and we can see where it breaks, and we're like, there we go. But when we get some bug reports that are quite tricky, it's hard for us to replicate it because we don't know what happened just before that. So usually it's one or two things that happen before that, whether maybe you're swimming and then it happened, or or you got it. One thing that I think we're looking into that we're close on is it getting attacked by a wolf, but surviving it and not realizing behind the scenes that you're bleeding out. And so we're looking into that as well, because people are sort of dying after in certain encounters and stuff like that, or maybe they've fallen off a cliff, but they're okay. And they could have a break or something like that that's not registering. So we're really trying to clock all those things and make sure we can figure out why people are randomly dying. But more information, the better. Like what you were doing before that. Like I passed out here, but after I was swimming or something like that, really helps us a lot. So video.
Yeah, the
video footage is
context
the
helps a
best.
ton.
Yeah.
Like if you're able to, I know it's hard because not everyone is recording and streaming, but if we get a clip of a bug and it's like when I press respawn, I'm at my camp. If it's just a video of you pressing respawn and back at camp, it's really hard to decipher what's happening. But if you're inside a substation and you do it, then we're like, oh, maybe it's something to do with that. The context beforehand really, really matters. I did want to touch on one other thing, which is a long-term thing that we're working towards. We don't have a set date for it, and we don't have exact parameters for it. But I notice a lot of people have been talking about balancing things in different directions, and we see that there are a lot of people who are playing the game quite differently. And obviously, we try and balance, everything as evenly as we can and not cater towards specific play styles. But it has always been in the conversation and has always been a plan to try to integrate potential game modes down the line. One that would lend itself more to a peaceful experience and one that would lend itself more to a hardcore experience. I can't go much more into detail on it, but we are having very serious conversations about what that would look like, as well as what the timeline would be for that sort of thing. But I just wanted to put that out there because there are some people that want to come into this beautiful location and just camp and explore and not have the anxiety and stress of running into a cougar. And then there are other people who really, really do want to have that, hardcore experience, and we want to be able to cater to both. So that's definitely a conversation that's being had.
Yeah. Thank you, Bobby. That's awesome.
I
sorry,
do
go
see
ahead.
a couple more.
Yeah.
I do
let's
see
do
a couple more
and then we'll
questions to
wrap
hit
it up.
on.
Yeah.
I see one person say you guys plan to expand the save methods as well in the near future. Oh,
Well,
we are scared to save to not break our old camp.
Who wants to take
Because
this one?
there's two types of saves. I can take it, right? So right now there's two ways to save: the campfire and then the posts. What do we call those, Dave? The
Exactly.
save
That.
posts?
They're just save posts. Now in multiplayer, just so people know, only the host, just like
Only the
like
host.
with the campfires, can save. So they are at specific POIs. I can kind of spoil a little bit. There is one as you get off the dock when you start the game. There is another where I'm heading right now towards the farm that's in Fall, but it's on this side of the wall. It's just over there. There's another one at the Firewatch Tower, which is actually I'll go through some couple of things. So if you hit V, that gets you into first person. Push middle mouse wheel, you can zoom in, and there's the Firewatch Tower. So over there, there's one, and there's one other. It might be at the kids camp. They're sort of spread out in all four corners of summer, and then the
and
same
Bobby's
thing happens
thinking of
again
putting
in
those
fall.
on a filter, right? Sorry, Bobby's thinking of running those on the toggle, on the filter, right? To show them so they appear on screen. to help
Yes, they might be a marker thing. So for people
They could
that are
be, yeah.
So what we're thinking, because people don't want to go all the way back to their camp and save, because at the end of the day maybe they have dinner ready, they got to go. What we may do as soon as you discover them, it might be the way that we add them to your index here of seeing all the little fires on my screen and where my friends are. It might be something that as soon as I come up to one and interact with it or even get close to it, it will now show up and, as a marker. And then what we'll do is we'll have a filter on the marker, so we can go show only players, show only campsites, show only POIs or discoveries, however we want to word that. And that way you're like, oh, there's a save just over here by the farm. Let's go there. I'll save when we can call it a day. So
Yeah.
that's sort of the sort of step in that. Now, the one thing that we're trying to battle with on the saves, and Craig can kind of jump back into this, is trying not to let people, it's a hard way to phrase it, but keep the idea of like life and and sort of working out puzzles and things like that in a system that makes sense, that it's not like turning into like a speed run I'm tripping over my words. Maybe Bobby or Craig can jump in there, but making save a little
Yeah, I
useful, but
I
not.
think that. Sorry, I was just gonna
Yeah,
say
go
that.
ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think that we've noticed a lot of people using the multiple campsites, which we've removed. Slash, there's a slight bug that still allows it occasionally to sort of brute force the save system, and that isn't really the experience that we want. We want there to be different opportunities that you have during day and different opportunities during night, which is also a big reason why we don't have sleeping to skip the night. It's quite short, but we're adding more and more content exclusively to those times of days. And so our ideal situation is obviously you load up a game, you play with your friends for hours, and then you save when you have to hop off. Um, incrementally saving in between to track progress, of course. So if you die, you don't lose everything. But we're trying our best to not put blockers on when you can save or limit the amount of saving, but sort of create gameplay experiences that are more conducive to saving occasionally rather than, oh, I'll just go save immediately before I try anything new because I can just load back to this moment and try again. Um, just because it's not really the loop that we want for the game and the experience that we want the players to have. So you can still save at those boxes whenever you want and your camp whenever you want, but the ability to just open up a menu and quick save at any given encounter isn't something that we're really planning to. But like I said, down the road when we have those different game modes, hopefully that will help. So if people do want a more peaceful experience and just do the puzzles and looting and stuff and not lose everything thanks to AI or animals, that will hopefully be an option for them. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good point. So once again, obviously we want to listen to the community, and I think those particular autosaves will work really well for different game modes. But in the story-driven atmosphere, we have to sort of make sure we're setting it up correctly, so we're not sort of messing that experience up as well. Hopefully that answers the
Yeah.
question.
And you're also adding those. You're also adding those to fall.
They
right,
already
Dave?
in,
Like
yeah.
more.
So this next patch that's come out, I think Craig did we do a patch
Those
yesterday?
were done last night.
Yeah.
The fall
Yeah.
was
So
false.
the current
Those were
patch
done
out right now. So if you're in fall, there's once again in sort of the four corners of the universe there in fall at POIs, you'll come across one that I can give away that I know off the top of my head is at the lumber camp. So there is a save there as well. So in the future, I think it'd be great that once you do discover them, I just don't think at the beginning of the game you want to see them all over there. I think it becomes a thing of maybe discovering them. You don't necessarily need to interact with it, but maybe discovering it now is added to your markers, and you're like, oh, okay, there's a fire over here, and there's a save system over here, along with your flags and friends and all that good stuff. And like I said, it's getting a bit busy. I've turned mine off. If you hit K, you can bring the markers back on. So that shows everything, and you can see where everyone is and what everyone's doing. But it'd be nice to have like a filter of just campfires or just friends, and then hitting K and turning it off and on when you want it, so it's not too busy.
And then I did also see someone bring up something that might be a bug, but they were having troubles planting seeds when the game is in German, but fine when it's in English.
That is a great question. We've actually came across this during the start of early access. Someone was cooking and they couldn't put the frying pan in, and we were like baffled by it because we were running in English in studio and editing, and this person I think was playing in French, and that was when the light bulb moment came on. So we're now kind of going through all of our inventory and going, what is getting affected? Because for instance, what was happening is the campfire is looking for a frying pan, but a frying pan changes when you switch it to French, or if you switch it to German. So that name change is what was down the line going, oh, this is no longer a frying pan. It's still a frying pan, but it didn't recognize it as a frying pan, if that makes sense. So we're just cleaning up that as well. So we are trying to get the message out. If you're having a problem right now, switch to English to make that work. I know that's kind of shitty, but it is in the list, and it is a bit tedious to fix it, but we are fixing those. Hope that helps.
And then someone asks if we would be open to adding a map in the same way, possibly like Minecraft, where as you explore, it opens up to show things.
It's funny.
That
actually
is
talked-
that
We
was
talked about that early days.
yeah, I was
early
gonna say if
days.
we ever would do a map, my personal opinion would be exactly that, like a fog of war. So you would have you would find a map, and that map would only show where you currently are and where you've been. So as you would move through the map, it would get more and more exposed. And what I like about that idea is it's still introducing the player to explore. We really want you to follow the roads, follow the trails, get off the beaten track, see something in the distance and be like, what is that? And then running over and checking it out and then having that attached to your map. I wouldn't be in favor of just having a map that shows everything. I know that's going to happen sooner or later. The community is already deciphering the map on the wall.
Yeah.
In the outfitters, which is great. I love that.
Yeah.
So that's really, really cool. So that is inevitable. People will start mapping out this world, and we're excited to see that. That's the community stuff is really, really cool. But for first-time players that don't want anything spoiled, I think the best idea, if we do include a map, would be something where it would show, you'd pick it up here and it would show just where you are right now, and it'd have like a, maybe a few meters out, maybe 50 meters out kind of thing of what you've already seen or where you're at. And as you move down this road would slowly, the fog of war, instead of being black on the map, would now reveal like what was there. And then you'd start seeing sort of places like where I'm coming up to now, which is the quarry and then the train station and things like that. So that would always be exposed. So as long as you've been there, you would see it exposed, and it wouldn't spoil anything for you either. So you could still have that fun exploration. I think the flags is really going to help too. That's in now. That's a really good system. You craft that with, you learn it with scrap metal.
Scrap metal.
And then I think it's scrap metal. And what else do you need, Bobby, to make a flag?
1 scrap metal and 2 cloth, and it makes you 3 flags.
Perfect. And yeah, and just like the torches, then you make one and you drop it on the ground, and it will, if I go back to hitting K, bring it up on my markers, you would see little flags, and you're like, oh, that's where the substation was, and you would mark it there. And so that's another way of sort of kind of helping people out to sort of navigate around the map. I know Craig is pretty directionally challenged, so he appreciates the flags. Appreciates the flags.
Can we color code the flags? Because sometimes I like,
gosh.
like I want.
Someone did ask about the flag colors.
Yes. We'll be looking into doing that, as well as the player markers as well in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Being able to color code them. It just comes down to replicating so everyone sees the same color. Because the issue that we've had in the past is people are like, okay, meet at blue, and blue is different for everyone, and you end up just as scattered.
I've just thought about this. I think maybe even a better way to go, instead of replicating color, because it's a bit tricky, which sounds funny, is more so doing symbols, because that way we can appeal to everybody. So it's not if you do have sort of color blindness or something that you can't kind of quite figure out, if the symbol is like a 2 pickaxes, you're like, oh, that's where the mine is. Or it's kind of like how our loot boxes are. We can go, oh, this is a food loot box, and we can put that decal on. Or this is a medical one. So I think that might be even better, is if we can do a little scroll through, like, oh, this is a place where I found loot or jacket or something.
100%. And you can already see, just in our conversation now, you can already see that if we do end up having those 3 sort of game modes, the middle being what we currently have, the peaceful mode being where you have the map with the fog of war added to it, and then the hardcore being no map, no markers for players or campfires or pings. Like, you can easily see how it'll transform for different play styles. So for right now, because like you said, we are such a small team, we're trying to kind of find the middle ground and sort of ride that line that makes as many people happy as possible without being too easy or too difficult. But eventually we will start to kind of look at branching out to try and create those different experiences, which I'm very excited for.
I got a question from someone else from YouTube. Is there a possibility to get a tour guide for those directionally challenged to play in-game with you? Or,
Oh my god.
If you need a tour guide, just stream on Twitch, and one of us will hop in there.
Okay.
Vancouver Dave, Bazooka Game Dev, Yoka.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see
Nice.
people,
I'm also directionally challenged.
Yeah.
I'm
I would reach out
I've
to
had
the
to bite my
community and
tongue,
they'd
so-
probably make you a map by now. I think a lot of people
Yeah.
do summer
think?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially summer.
Well, that's where the
Oh, yeah.
randomization helps us a lot too. Is that I love seeing people make maps and circle an area and say like there may be something here. It makes me really happy that there isn't a guaranteed spot for everything. That
Yes.
makes me really happy.
Same with the keys. They're like, okay, the keys. I know we had some issues. If there's people in here, we had issues with Jack's cabin key not spawning. So Craig and I spent a good afternoon sort of running all the variables of where it would be, and seeing that it was showing up. But we decided to remove it and start again just to see if we could kick it in the butt, because maybe the code got a little glitchy there. But it's nice to see people like, okay, these are the 3 locations we think it's at, and you're like, oh, all right, they're pretty close. That's pretty good, and making sure that stuff works. So yeah, I'm excited about the fan made maps and seeing all the screenshots in Discord and stuff like that of great sunsets and all sorts of different encounters. It's awesome. But yeah, to Bobby's account too, all the randomization of people thinking something's there, or someone in a stream telling someone that oh, this is where the substation is, and they get there and it's not there, and they're like, wait a minute. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I told people if you're ever wondering where a substation is, don't ask me. I have no idea.
Neither do we.
Yeah. Yeah, another, not really a question, but some feedback that have come up, Dave, and sort of the team on the topic of keys.
Yes.
Let's say if I find the storage container key,
Yep.
and I, for some reason, die,
Mm-hmm.
and my body despawns,
Mhm.
that key is now gone. Is there any way? I know we haven't probably talked about it, and I'm sort of putting you on the spot now, but
Joe
that's
got put me
okay.
on the spot.
what are
So there,
what are we thinking
So-
for you know?
yeah, we talked about this because there's several ways. So there's the classic sort of if you find yourself the protector case, and they're around everywhere, the little yellow pelican case, and you put that on your body, you attach it to your body, put all your valuables in that. So if you do die, that will always come with you. So knock on wood, that works. So that's one thing that you should definitely do to protect yourself. Now, the longer version, if you do lose that key, and what we're working on right now is that we do have different settler camps, and we also have a trading post that's in fall. I don't know if anyone's found it yet, but there's a hint. That is not operational yet. That's coming soon, but that will be a place where you will be able to trade for pretty much everything in game, but it's going to cost you a pretty penny. It's going to be quests that you're going to have to go do and take care of to get those particular items. So if you do find a key, and this is the key to certain things, whether it's a green key card or a key definitely to get into a room, put it somewhere safe. Like get that pelican case, put it in the protective carrying case, so you will always have it. Because if you do lose it, then you will have to do the bartering for it, do the trading for it. That being said, we don't have anything that if you lose it, you can't finish the game loop. We made sure that the game loop itself, you could always complete the game loop without losing anything. And that will go for perimeter control, because we are doing some upcoming changes to that.
Awesome.
But just a quick note, some of those things are things that you can lose, but you can get back.
Yes.
So there's nothing you can permanently lose, but
No,
there are
not
some
permanent, but
things
it will
that
be
you
a
can
lot
lose.
harder to get it
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
So that's why I
don't
recommend
think that-
Pelican
yeah.
case. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Pelican case.
Yeah.
But there's always a way to kind of keep progressing.
Yes. Yeah. Nothing's going to be like you've lost it and it's gone for good kind of thing. It's just like if you do lose it, there's going to be a penalty to that. So we want people to really respect the environment and stuff that's important. Like leave it in your tent somewhere till you need it, or put it in that Pelican case, or give it to a friend that doesn't fall off cliffs all the time like other friends do. I'm looking at you, Craig.
I'm insulted. I just get lost and fall off the cliff. I just don't fall off the cliff. I get lost first.
Oh, too funny. Alrighty.
I should, the subtitle of the game should be "Where Am I?" That's the Go River Project.
Where am I?
Quote,
Where am I?
Where am I?
You're not
Or
wrong.
Or Dave, help me.
Yes. Well,
Also
that's
good.
I think that was there's a lot of things that obviously the markers is one thing that we introduced because of Craig because he gets lost, and the other thing that Bobby brought in I think about maybe 3 patches ago is T for marking for your friends certain locations where I can go. Oh, there's a next to a campfire over there. There is a great place to fish right there, and or if you spot something happening, instead of trying to point or describe to a friend where that is, I love that we have T in there. So T and K is your friend. Getting rid of markers, bringing the markers back on, and T to mark places is one of my 2 favorite things for quality of life right now.
How's everyone's frames? My frames are pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah,
not
mine is
bad.
pretty good.
Did you turn DLSS on, Dave?
No, so I found a little bug in this. I don't want to bring more bugs to our attention, but when I go to
Oh.
video and go to
Oh,
OK,
okay.
if I click on DLSS, I don't get the check mark, so it doesn't do it for me. And I don't know if that's because I'm a host
Oh.
or because I'm running
Really?
full screen and not windowed.
Really?
So,
Oh,
or if it's just not showing
Okay.
it. So when I click on it, the frames don't change. So,
that's weird.
Oh, mine.
so
Can I try? Let me
Granted,
try
I'm
on
on
mine.
AMD. Mine's fine. Mine's fine for the AMD FSR.
yeah,
Let me
because
see. Maybe
who's the
maybe
host?
because you're
Craig's the
client.
host. Or Bobby's
I'm the host. Let me try.
Bobby,
Oh,
can you
it
do
worked for me. And you like quality, right? DLSS.
Oh,
and then
that's
quality.
another thing. Yeah, I have found that if you do use DLSS, and if it works for you, obviously everybody's different. We're in the PC world where everyone has different CPUs, GPUs, memory, all that fun stuff. But what I found that looks best if you're using DLSS is quality, because we have a lot of foliage, and if you do performance, there's a very little increase I have found in FPS, but the trees and the grass get really blurry where it's almost, I wouldn't say unplayable, but it's just unpleasant. So if you do quality, it really tightens up the trees and the grass, and when you're running through it, it feels really good and looks good. And you still get great frames. So quality is my thumbs up for if you're using DLSS.
I don't wanna brag, but I'm getting like 130
So he's gonna
when I
brag.
do DLSS.
Whenever he says I don't want to brag, you know
Yeah.
the brag is coming.
Yeah.
I am able to turn it on, but I am also playing in full screen, and I have my max FPS unlimited. So I don't know if it's if either one of those settings are on for you. It might either just not show the extra frames that you're getting because you're on limited,
Maybe.
and
I'm gonna try to go down in quality from 4K because I'm running in 4K right now. I'll go down to 2K.
Oh, that's a good question.
Let me
Did you
if
see the
that
latest
happens.
question, Sam?
About sleeping?
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
I was actually just
can I
gonna bring that
can
one
I
up.
take this one? Can I
Yeah.
take
Yes,
the
you can
sleep
take
one?
that one.
They asked
Yeah.
if the team is ever
So-
going to sleep one day.
Yeah. So we are going to sleep one day. As for sleeping in the game, it was a conversation that we had multiple times early on. Obviously, many games have it. Our sort of goal was to emulate the sort of camping experience and survival experience, and a big part of that is nighttime, sitting around the fire, hanging out at camp, setting things up. So our plan is to go more the route of things that you can exclusively do at night,
Yes.
whether it's things that you can forage easier at night because maybe there's a little bioluminescence, or sort of man-made structures that are easier to find at night, certain sort of events that only occur at nighttime, certain things that may or may not be affected by sunlight, that sort of route we think is a lot more exciting.
I am so excited for
because-
this. Just to interrupt, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for this because there's going to be certain quests just at night, and it's going to be so
Bum,
fun.
bum, bum.
It's going to be so
Yeah,
fun. Sorry, go ahead.
I think that we don't want to drive people to, oh, it's nighttime, better lay down and skip. We want people to be like rubbing their hands together, like hurry up, get your backpack on. It's nighttime. We have to go do that thing. And so there will be a lot of features coming exclusively to nighttime, as well as more and more ways of kind of lighting up your surroundings. One thing that a lot of people may not know, like Dave mentioned earlier, we're having some issues with the client in multiplayer. But in single player and as the server, you're able to place your torch on the ground and ignite it. So that's a nice way of kind of lighting up your surroundings if you're finding that setting up in an interior space or at camp is a little bit challenging.
It's perfect for
but yeah, we're
mines
gonna be
too. If
adding
you're
a ton of
mining,
things.
because you got your pickaxe on one hand, you can't hold a torch, you can't illuminate what you're seeing, especially a mine that may have no lighting whatsoever. So that's a great little tip there, is putting those torches down and then pulling out your pickaxe and working away. And then you can pick it back up again and move it as you go if you only have one torch. But I mean, torches are so easy to make. But I haven't seen people use that too much, but lighting up your camp and also lighting up work areas at night has been really cool.
You gonna jump to your death?
God, no. I respect my character.
I thought about it. Oh.
Okay, we probably should have a talk with both of you and HR after this and make sure you're both doing okay.
Whoopsie. Sam and I, we were gonna climb from the same spot and then hold hands and jump.
Yeah.
Aim for the bushes.
I want to go off the extra high dive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh my
we want to
goodness.
be able to have a conversation while we're dropping.
Oh my goodness.
I need time for my last words.
Exactly. Complete
I'm a
sentences.
yapper.
This is how you can tell people have been working on early access and haven't had much sleep.
I'm a yapper. And then I said,
Alrighty, I think we could wrap it up then on a really sad note.
Fongers just came in, so yeah, it's time to go.
Yep.
Any other questions? Yeah, it's a UE5 game. Someone's asking whether it's UE5 or Unity. That's it.
Awesome.
Thank you
good
so much,
you.
everybody.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you for the support. Please, if you haven't already,
Thank
join us in
you.
Discord. And if you bought the game and you're having a great time, honest review over at Steam. It means the world to a small team. You have no idea.
Yes.
We didn't realize what a big deal it is, and it means everything. So if you haven't yet, please do. If you have a friend that bought it, make them do it as well. It's huge for us. So. And
Thank
also, I want to remind everyone, tomorrow in Discord, we will have a new message regarding the scavenger hunt for keys. I am so excited to see people and how quickly they can find these locations and send those
Are we
pictures
getting
in.
a fun little graphic for that?
Oh, wow. We're going to stop doing bugs, and let's all just start working on a graphic for that. And,
All right.
Okay.
'cause this
Thank
is
you,
what
everybody.
Freaking Craig. Next time, Craig's not
I
allowed to
also
speak.
want to thank, I do want to thank everyone who is in the Discord for being awesome. The Discord has been crazy, and it's just nice that everyone is so normal about it.
Yes.
Yes, it helps.
It
And
helps a
so
lot.
it's
very
been
stressful.
very helpful. We really appreciate it a lot. Same with everyone kind of helping each other, answering questions in Steam, and I know I've hopped into streams where people are answering questions, so it's all very helpful because we're trying to be a lot of places, but we can't be everywhere at once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so thank you so much for your patience, and also the people that have been with us, the backers, and some of the others that have just been so helpful, helping other people out when Joke or Sam isn't there, or any of the dev team can't be there because we're busy doing other stuff, and people that kind of know the answers and are helping out and taking care of people is amazing. So thank you.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
we got real lucky.
All right.
Yeah, we did. We'll talk to you soon, and look out for a
Bye,
patch
everyone.
later on today. Take care.
Yes.